as a dude who witnessed the 90s and came up and saw the golden age, I also we who are above 20 don't want to see our champions
Right.
bow to ageism.
Right.
You know what I mean? We want
Right.
we know you. Nobody wants to be the angry guy on the lawn. You know,
Right.
get off my lawn, give me that
Right.
ball. Nobody
Right.
nobody wants that. But at the same time, we don't want to see you just like, we need to see you guys keep the standards. We need to see
Right.
you guys say stuff like, okay, well, this is just whack.
Right.
Garbage still stinks no matter how fresh it is. Like,
and to
it's
tell
new,
you the
but it's
truth,
whack.
That's the reason why I did this Drunk Uncle project, is because I could tell you the 3 albums it was inspired by. Busta Rhymes, the Abstract went on
The
vacation.
track, okay.
Money Making Mitch.
Okay.
And Pusha T. When I listened to those 3 projects, the one thing, especially Pusha T and Bus, the one thing that I appreciated was Pusha T was being Pusha T. Like, he didn't try to rhyme like Drake. He didn't try to get on some Young Thug. He didn't try to get on like some Lil Wayne. He didn't try to get on some Nicki Minaj. He didn't even try to get on Kanye. He remained Pusha T, and that's the same thing that Busta Rhymes is. The reason why I didn't include Puff in the Money Making Mission in that project is because Puff is our David Bowie, you know what I'm saying? Like, God bless the dead. Like, Puff can look 17 different characters. You can see Puff one day in a camouflage suit, and you might not say, that's Puff. And then you'll see him in a shiny suit, and you say, hey, that's Puff. And then you'll see him in a New York and say, hey, that's Puff. And then you see him in a suit, and then you'll say, hey, that's Puff. So he's like our David Bowie. But as far as materialism, the actual music, I loved what Pusha T did. I loved what Buster did, and I can't say I copied them, but I followed them. And what I said was, I'm gonna just be me. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I wanted to do is, in the '90s, I couldn't listen to my fans, and what I mean by that is, I didn't have a direct connect to the fans. Like, I would walk down the street and somebody would say, hey, Nori, I love that. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, with social media, I could throw out something and people could say, yo, I love this about that. And people could say, I hated this about that. And the one thing that, you know how many interviews we did together, but the one thing that I would notice about when I drop interviews is people kept saying to me, Nori reminds me of my favorite drunk uncle. And I sat back and I was just like, damn, even though I don't drink that much to myself
anymore.
I drink a lot. I'm playing around. But what I'm saying is, I sat back and I said, wow, why not become, I remember Pharrell used to tell me this all the time. He used to be like, yo, you have like 3 different characters. And he said, when you start to embrace these characters, watch how the people flock to you more. And so this is just one of the characters, and it's Drunk Uncle. It's an album it's a mixed album, because there's not no mixing going on, but it's for the tape. I would call it a tape album. It's energetic. It's something that you actually want to take shots to. You might not want to drink wine to it. You know what I'm saying? But if you take shots to it, you'll get energetic, you'll get your backwoods, you'll get your Splitterillos, you'll get your Phillies, you smoke to it, and you'll enjoy it, because if you listen to it, I only had fun. There's not one moment in this project where I felt forced to do something, or I felt like, oh, you know what? I'm doing something that's not me. This is 100% me. There's no label. So if you hear it and you say, oh, okay, I love it, it's because I was just maintaining. Yeah, it means you love my character. It means you love my persona and my personality.
Well, I mean, there was only one other topic we were going to cover, which was white rappers, and I don't even know if that really needs. I mean, we can talk about it if you have any specific thoughts.
I don't think I do. Really? I don't think. But big up to all the white rappers. Listen, the big up to white rappers. It's time for Asian. It's time for Asian Eminem. It's time for
shout out to Jen.
A Mexican Nas. Like, I feel like hip hop has transcended. Hip hop is black. It's soul music first.
Right.
But if you ever look at some of the best soul food restaurants, there's always white people in there. There's always this. That's how I know. If it's a soul food restaurant in the hood, like in Compton or in Harlem, and there's people in there other than black people, that's always the restaurant you're supposed to mess with, because food transcended whatever. Although it's soul food, it's just not for, it's quote unquote soul food was made through the slaves. Soul food was even for the massa. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
because
the Colonel got that recipe from somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's a fact.
You know, he wasn't cooking. It's like somebody had to put him on.
But so that's it. I'm a guy who's culturally diverse. There was Russians in my building, there was Haitians in my building, there was Africans in my building, there was Filipinos in my building. So I've always been a guy who kind of can hang out with any race. And then I moved to Miami, and shit, it might be worse than New York with the cultural classes. There's so many different people and so many different older people because as you get older, the sun does something good for your skin. I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you I'm living it. The sun does something that it brings you some type of energy when you get older. I see these old people that just sit around and walk all day. They just walk. They just walk. They just walk. They just walk. They got a car, but they just want to walk. They just want to walk. They just want to walk. And with the sun and with them, them actually exercising, I live around people who's 90 years old. I live around people who's 70. I got a person I speak to all the time who's 69. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's ill. So what I'm trying to say is I can mess with any race. It's cool. I got love. I don't look at a person like a white person. I don't look at a person like a black person. I look at you like a human. And then you're going to determine whether you're a scumbag, whether you're a douche, or whether you're a cool dude. So it's all on you. It's not about race. I can meet a bad white person. Doesn't mean all white persons is bad. I can meet a bad black person. Doesn't mean all black people is bad. I judge you on you. So that's why what Donald Trump doing is sucks. You know what I mean? He's categorizing the whole. He's categorizing four Muslims or five Mexicans and saying they all gotta go. Like, how could you ban a religion like that? That doesn't make sense. You're not born having a religion. You choose your religion. Right. The crazy shit is one of Donald Trump's wives or his children might turn Muslim. You never know. You never know. They might take a trip to the holy city of Mecca or a trip to Saudi Arabia and meet somebody who changes their outlook in life. It's like when you seen Malcolm, he was a FOI. He was a Fruit of Islam. He was a strong Muslim. He was a different type of Muslim. But when he visited the holy city of Mecca and he prayed with white people who had the same struggle or was just as poor as him, it made him have a whole different outlook. You telling me that can't happen to Trump? You telling me that can't happen to one of Trump's kids? You telling me that can't happen to one of Trump's wives or brothers or whatever? So what he's doing is absolutely hands down. I will really want Russell Simmons. I really want Kanye West. I really want Jay-Z to really consider running for president, because if he's a nincompoop and he can get away with his nincompoopism, why we can't get away with somebody who's intelligent, who's strong, and who's all of us have made money with white people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All those names that I just named have made money with white people. We made money with good white people, and you made money with scumbag white people. It doesn't matter. You don't categorize people as a group. You can meet somebody today that's a Christian, and he steals your watch. Doesn't mean that all Christians will do that.
Hitler was a Christian. I think a lot of people forget that.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
The Klan is based around Christianity. Most of those dudes are like Christians.
And so I'm just saying, like, I don't know if Kanye was playing, and I'm sure a lot of us thought Kanye was playing, but when he said he was running for the president, I'm really behind that. I really want to stand by that, because it can happen. It actually can happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to get somebody as intelligent as a Barack Obama. Not to say that Kanye is not as intelligent of him, but he didn't scare everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He offended everybody. He offended everybody in the Republican Party.
Right.
But
how about that?
He didn't scare the world. So, on that note, you know what I'm saying? Meccanism, it's going down. We visiting the holy city of Mecca. We're going to pray next to people with no feet. We're going to do it like that, man. We're going to have fun. Yeah,
Why
no
don't they
feet.
have feet?
I don't know. That's what I seen when Malcolm went in the Malcolm X story. Like, they was cripples.
Where they keep their sandals?
I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Man, thank you for having me. NRE, the drunk uncle, is out
Bernie
right
Sanders?
now.
Are you endorsing Bernie?
100% fully endorsing Bernie Sanders. Trying to get him on the Drink Champs podcast as well. No, I'm just playing. I got a podcast March 25th as well, the Drink Champs podcast. Our first episode is with Fat Joe, and that's free. And you can also get the Drunk Uncle project, which I just heard leaked for free, and my internet guy is hitting me. He's like, what's going on? None of our other projects leaked before. Like, I thought you had a hold on it. I said, relax.
Who'd you give it to?
I gave it to I gave it to a lot of people, but
it didn't leak. You gave it away.
Well, I gave it to radio personalities and things like that or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is they don't leak shit that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? So this is 100% on my own. This is no record label. So if it leaked, that's a great sign. So if it's out there,
buy it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go buy it.
You buy it tomorrow.
I'm still gonna go
buy it tomorrow. But if you don't want to buy it, it's out there for free. Get the leak. We don't give a fuck.
If you gave me the leak, I would take it. I'm gonna go buy it.
Right, so definitely, thank you for having us. AllHipHop.com. My brother Mecca and the Soul Brother. You know how we doing it. Bangada.